In.
Gibson. Fernandez. Donovan Simmons. Guerra takes it off his toes. Well, as the half has gone on, Rangers have certainly had their chances to break the deadlock.
I think the missed penalty sort of kicked Rangers on a little bit, coming more and more into the match.
Mendes for Novo. Kenny Miller's not going to get to that.
Well, here we go here. Firstly, was Boyd onside? Absolutely. It's a great ball through as well. And he just lets it skid past him. Coleman thinks he's getting there. And then, at this point, I think he's going to score. Doesn't get it. I think he's going to score at this point as well. Is there a touch? Not for me. Boyd goes down far too late, throws himself down, is looking for it. There was contact initially, but not enough.
Towell. Fernandez. Brighton busy today. Towell. Jamie Hamill to send it in. And it's going to reach Willie Gibson. Gibson gets it back in. David Weir rose. So did Pedro Mendes. Hamill. Lost out to Thompson. Pedro Mendes now with a surge. Cut out by Skelton. Then he's gone and given it to Broadfoot. No handball, despite a big cry from the Killie fans around us. Alan Combs managing to keep that inside his box.
Yeah, he's had an eventful first half, Alan Combs.
Towell. Nova's got a free kick.
It's been an interesting encounter so far.
Novo. Guerra was up there, but he's going to have to get back quick. No, he won't, because it's half-time. Slow start from Rangers, but they soon started peppering some shots on goal. Nacho Novo hit the post. Chris Boyd battered the bar just after his penalty had been saved by Alan Combe, and those two were involved again in another penalty spat in the closing stages of the half. And Walter Smith making a change with Nacho Novo, replaced by the Northern Ireland international Kyle Lafferty. Only 21 years of age, 6'4". When he was at Burnley, he played a lot of last season on the left side of midfield, which is where he's going to be now. But I think Walter Smith sees him more as a striker in the long term. Kilmarnock need to ask a few more questions of Rangers. The two managers been there, seen it, done it. A wealth of experience between them. That penalty miss from Chris Boyd seemed to galvanise Rangers into action in the first half. Further chances followed. It's Kilmarnock who start the second half, and maybe Towell immediately trying to barge his way through the middle, and immediately stopped by Pedro Mendes. Lafferty gets his first touch, and Sasa Papac now turned away by Fraser Wright. Lafferty.
that's got to be the worst start to any half I've seen in a long time. Tyrrell immediately just giving possession back to Rangers. And I know that up front Fernandez was none too pleased. He has looked tricky at times, but as the guys were saying in the studio, it just looks like he needs to work on his end product. I wasn't surprised to see Lafferty coming on though for Rangers. Novo didn't have the best of halves, although he did do well with his chance.
Kenny Miller and Chris Boyd. It just bubbled away from Boyd.
You have the feeling it might not be Chris Boyd's day. I thought he did everything right there. He just delayed that bit to make the defender dive in, and then it hits his heel.
Kilmarnock facing back-to-back games against the Old Firm for the second time this season. Don't think they were too impressed by the fixture list. David Weir won that. Gibson. Bulgaria covering. And sending it back to McGregor. Donovan Simmons suddenly showed a bit of interest. Kenny Miller could be in here. Terrific block from Fraser Wright. Rangers not hanging around. Kurt Broadfoot, far post. And it's hacked away by Fernandez.
It was Rangers that are doing everything in the last third. Kilmarnock lacking in that department.
Pedro Mendes. Kurt Broadfoot. Snuffed out by Skelton. Here's Bulgaria. Some urgency from Rangers. They know they need to win this with Celtic 5 points clear at the top. Pedro Mendes for Broadfoot and Davis. And once again, it was Fraser Wright who reacted.
The Rangers starting to go through the gears now. Really up the pace in the second half. Looked like they won that early goal.
Broadfoot. Definitely up the ante. Fraser Wright onto the roof of the net. It's a corner again. The Rangers fans behind both goals at Rugby Park. It's Kevin Thompson then to float it in. And it's been put in by David Weir. Rangers are definitely raised the stakes at the start of this second half, and Weir strikes.
It has to be said, it's a great goal. It really is. A look corner in, Weir fights off Simmons, barges his way past him, and he really wants that one. That's a great header. He's done it already this season, David Weir from corners, and Jim Jeffries said so much before the game. He was worried about set pieces, and that has come back to haunt him. He didn't have enough height in there, Kilmarnock. Simmons far too easily brushed aside. Great goal, Rangers.
And even though Fernandez was on the line, it was an unstoppable header, it seemed, from David Weir, who played for the Kilmarnock boss, Jim Jeffries, at Falkirk and at Hearts. It's he who has scored the first goal.
I think that was undoubtedly worked on. Otherwise, why would David Weir be so deep towards the back stick? He's managed to get himself there very quietly. The corner was deliberate and it was looped. Good finish.
Simmons chasing this, but Bulgaria unruffled. Papach. Grant Murray over the top of Boyd. Weir, the goal scorer. David Weir's 5th goal for Rangers.
Rangers definitely came out in that second half with real intent. First time they really lifted the tempo of it. Did create chances in the first half, but didn't play at that pace. Certainly now got the reward.
Here's Willie Gibson. Simmons. Gibson. Hamill. Towell. It's a foul by Kevin Thompson on the Moroccan. Well, Kilmarnock didn't trouble Alan McGregor too much in that first half. They're going to have to now. Fernandez. Hamill. Oh, he's got his cross in. It's not bad either, but Fraser Wright couldn't get near it. Wasn't allowed near it. And Gibson rather is screened by Broadfoot. Skelton. Stephen Davis on patrol too. Fowler. Away by Weir. Skelton kept it in but couldn't do much else with it. Gibson though. Cleared by Bugera. More than that, he's found Kenny Miller. And Miller is going to look for Chris Boyd. Oh, what a lovely ball for Miller. Boyd! You just knew he would come back for more. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Fantastic finish. But a word of praise for Miller too.
That is the mark of a great goal scorer. Such a difficult ball to take, coming across his body, but his composure and his confidence. And what about that for a pass from his striking partner? Absolutely on a plate for him. But as I say, he's got to get over the ball. He's got to strike it well. He just needs to connect. He takes a little bounce, he hits it well. Combe, absolutely no chance. It was a great counter-attack from Rangers. Top-class finish.
Kenny Miller, the provider. Chris Boyd, the finisher, the master finisher. Had his penalty saved in the first half, hit the bar. But he's found the back of the net now. And that's 8 goals in 6 visits to Rugby Park for Chris Boyd since he left Killie for Rangers.
Such an instinctive pass as well from Kenny Miller. He knew exactly, being a finisher himself as well, knowing where his striking partner wanted the ball. And he just carved it out for him. And that wouldn't have been bad for the Scotland manager. He now can see a couple of players that can lead the line for Scotland. And they're certainly looking the part at the moment, those two.
Well, ironically, with 1 or 2 strikers out for that Argentina game, Boyd might have been involved. But he's concentrating on his club commitments, and it's going pretty well for him, you have to say. That's 7 goals in his last 5 games.
Well, he said no to Burley. He's definitely saying yes to Walter Smith.
A severe setback for Kilmarnock in the opening 10 minutes of the second half. Fraser Wright's going to have to cut across Boyd. 2 goals in 4 devastating minutes for Rangers.
Just shows you again though, sometimes you need a kick-start in a match to get the team going. And the penalty incident definitely did that for Rangers. Since then, they've played well, they've created chances. Kilmarnock, deeper and deeper, not managing to find blue and white men as they were in the initial 20 minutes. And certainly not being able to carve out any chances.
It's all fallen flat for Kilmarnock. Jamie Hamill, though, standing over this free kick. The next goal, absolutely crucial, but Rangers sitting pretty on a 2-0 lead. Long way back for Jim Jeffries' side, who usually toil against the old firm. I suppose you could really blame them for that, although their record is pretty damaging. Kenny Miller, turned away by Fraser Wright. Pedro Mendes for Kirk Broadfoot. Thompson trying to hold back Bryson. Gibson. Fowler. Towell. Hamill. Murray will be first to that. Towell. It's a foul by Pedro Mendes. And McGregor fancies that, no wonder.
The problem is for Kilmarnock, when they do get the ball wide, they've got such a height disadvantage in the Rangers box that it's very doubtful that someone's going to meet it above the likes of a Davy Ware or Bugera. And that means they have to try and play their way through range a little bit, which is certainly not easy.
Miller. Gibson. Fowler. Towell. Hamill available to his right. Lafferty made the challenge. Off the ball, but seemingly some of the man as well. Hamill down.
Well, it was a set piece that undid Kilmarnock. As I said, Jim Jeffries thought about that before the match. What about that for a strike? And I think if you ask the majority of strikers in the SPL who you would like to play up front with, then I'm pretty sure the majority would say Kenny Miller, just for that reason. What a supply that was. And Boyd didn't even need a touch. Just straight onto it with his left foot and past home. That doesn't look good.
Doesn't look too clever for Jamie Hamill. Kilmarnock with a few injuries to contend with, and not the biggest of squads. Very inexperienced bench for them today. Apart from Gary Hay. Bryson. Confronted by Pedro Mendes. It's time for the captain, Barry Ferguson, to come on as a sub for the third match running. And I think that Jamie Hamill will play no further part for Kilmarnock, so they'll have to make a change as well. Towell. Here's Skelton. Gibson. Stepped away from Davis. Comfortably cleared by Weir. Chris Boyd has put Stephen Davis on his way. Kenny Miller ahead of him. And now Thompson. Plays the right, composed. Barry Ferguson is going to take the place of Pedro Mendes, and Tim Clancy is going to replace the injured Jamie Hamill. And Hamill is being taken away on a stretcher, which is a terrible sign. It looked a real nasty one when Lafferty caught him. So Tim Clancy is on for his first appearance of the season. Former Millwall youth player. He's had an ankle problem, he had a hip injury last season. Didn't see much of him then either. So Pedro Mendes departs, and Barry Ferguson comes on again for Rangers. Really pushing for a start now. And he's got to the best part of half an hour at Rugby Park today.
I think the difficulty for Walter Smith is getting Barry Ferguson in the team into that midfield area. I don't think he wants to split up Boyd and Miller at the moment, that's for sure. So it does mean that someone has to make way for Barry Ferguson. It doesn't mean that he plays with a different shape to allow Ferguson to get further forward. Does he just sit him in there in midfield next to Thompson or Mendes? Well, that's why he gets paid a lot of money.
Broadfoot is away now. He's done really well, Broadfoot! Corner, it was diverted en route, took a little nip.
Broadfoot doing really well. Again, strong play. He's been the one that's just looked to get forward more down the right-hand side, as you'd expect.
David Weir and others lurking as Davis sends it in, but it's easily taken by Alan Coe. Gibson. Simmons. Ferguson. Miller. Papach. Thompson. Fowler. Ferguson. Offside against Chris Boyd.
That was the right idea, he just went a yard or two early, just offside.
Well, Rangers should have been ahead by half-time, but they were soon ahead in the second half and quickly doubled their lead. Kilmarnock are going to bring on big Connor salmon soup. Towell. Given away cheaply by Towell. Broadfoot. Lafferty. Bugera. Sent back in his direction by Murray. Ferguson. Lafferty. Skelton.
It's free and easy now for Rangers, stroking the ball around.
Connor Salmon waiting in the wings. He's going to replace Donovan Simmons. Probably now. Irish under-21 international will put himself about. He's actually a Celtic fan, so he'll rather relish this. He's taking the place of young Donovan Simmons, who was given his first start today.
Certainly be a learning process for Simmons. Salmon gets a chance.
Simmons not getting much change out of Weir and Bugera. Salmon on in his place. And we're in the last quarter of the match. Bugera. Broadfoot. Lafferty grappling with Skelton, and Craig Bryson took a sore one from Barry Ferguson. Quick to offer his apologies.
Just mistimed that one.
Gibson, straight through to McGregor. This is Kilmarnock's biggest crowd of the season, swelled by a few thousand Rangers supporters, 10,153. David Weir underneath that. Fowler. Toll. Fowler. No joy for Bryson. Bugera. Lafferty did quite well to keep it in. Boyd. Shunting it towards Broadfoot. Davis. Broadfoot. Ferguson. Weir. Davis. Miller. Away by Grant Murray. Connor Salmon chasing his own header, but Bugera has proved to be an outstanding signing, really, for Rangers.
Certainly has. Big, strong, composed, can pass the ball, and quick, as we saw there.
Salmon. Away by Lafferty. We're into the last 20 minutes at Rugby Park. 2 goals in 4 minutes early in the second half from David Weir and Chris Boyd have put those 3 wise men firmly in control.
Normally would suggest if Kilmarnock could get a goal at this stage, you just never know. Puts a bit of pressure on Rangers, but they haven't really looked likely at all.
Jim Jeffries and Billy Brown have been together for 20 years now. Done a terrific job here at Kilmarnock and of course at Hearts, where they beat Rangers in the Scottish Cup final of '98. Leaves it for McGregor to clear. Fowler. Gibson. Davis closing in. Thompson. Papach.
Going a little bit quiet now in the stadium. Home fans know exactly how difficult this is going to be for the next 20 minutes.
David Weir won the first of his 63 Scotland caps on this ground 11 years ago. He allowed John Hartson to score a winner for Wales that day. Murray. Fowler. Towell rescues that.
You can't see why Kilmarnock have started this campaign this season quite well, because they play the ball around really well. I'll just say that, and the ball's playing out the park, of course, but generally speaking, good football from back to midfield, but then up front, it's a major problem. Certainly today, I haven't really been able to create anything. Fernandez looks like he needs somebody up there alongside him to shoulder the burden. He started the game very lively and has drifted out.
Well, it doesn't get any easier for Kilmarnock. They go to Celtic in midweek, and the next weekend they're up against Dundee United, who are going rather well.
Yeah, that's tough, especially with a run of defeats going into those games. You don't want to get the players putting their heads down, certainly after, as I said earlier, the start that they've had.
Gibson floats the free kick in. Murray and Wright both went for it. Bryson booted away by Bugera. Skelton. Fraser Wright still up there. Gibson. Gibson losing out. Davis.
Yeah, and that has been a problem for Kilmarnock in wide areas. Towell on the right, Gibson on the left, in possession, just looking for players to get in the box and then them sending the ball into it. They haven't done that, delayed too long, caught in possession.
Boyd. Kilmarnock have only mustered 5 goals at home this season. Fernandez for Salmon. Couldn't keep the ball, which is always handy.
Yeah, it makes it difficult, that.
Towell. Broadfoot. And send it back to McGregor. Toll had been looking for Fernandez.
Must be pretty agonising for a manager like Jim Jeffries. In a game like this, he's looking at his bench and thinking, I need somebody to try and change it for me. A little spark from somewhere. It has to be said, the injuries that he has in his squad, there's just no one there.
Well, they're on the break here, mind you. Clancy in towards Gibson, and it bounces off Bugera.
That's good play, much more direct.
Clancy with a longish throw, Salmon. McGregor, bumped out of the way by Fernandez. Free kick.
Well, I don't know about that. I'd like to see that one again. Just looked like McGregor got that wrong. We'll see. He goes down a little bit easily there. There was no protest from Fernandez. We'll see it better here maybe. And a slight nudge. I don't think enough to make the goalkeeper go down like that.
Skelton. And a missed kick from Bugera. He still managed to recover ahead of Connor Salmon. Chris Boyd will get a free kick. Grant Murray leading down on him. Ferguson. Boyd. Chris Boyd. Routine save for Alan Cope.
It's a good play again though from Boyd. Just didn't catch that one the way he did his free kick earlier on.
Boyd stepping in. Chris Boyd, incidentally, is currently on 149 goals at club level. 82 of those for Rangers, 67 of them for Kilmarnock.
Yeah, he was saying before the match in an interview that he does feel that his general play, his all-round play is improving, and I think there's certainly evidence of that today. Certainly linked up a lot better with the midfield players, held the ball up at times particularly well, and he is always trying to look for his striking partner, so it does look like he's getting closer to the finished product.
And Miller get to that? No. Goal kick. Gibson. Kilmarnock need a goal to make a game of it, make a last 10 minutes of it. Clancy. Towell. Fowler. Fernandez. Towell. Turned away by Broadfoot. Davis. Miller. No foul. Miller got the better of Fraser Wright, and he's got Kirk Broadfoot alongside him. Can Broadfoot get to it? And was he caught by Alan Cole? No, I think it's going to be a yellow card for diving for Kirk Broadfoot.
Oh, there was some run. It was almost a 70-yard run from Broadfoot to go on the overlap with Miller. And he gets the touch there. I'll tell you what, he gets touched, he gets caught. Certainly for me, he gets the touch before Combe. And let's see, bang there. Definite contact. And hard done by to the fullback. And he did make such a long run to get there as well. Probably can't believe it.
Boyd. 3 Kilmarnock players upon him. Salmon. Thompson. Casual from Papac. Clancy. Towell.
I think outside the first 20 minutes of this match, it's been a very convincing performance from Rangers. Created lots of chances, played some good football in there. That wasn't easy after the midweek game.
Now, Kenny Miller looking to put Davis away. I think they've got to kick the ball out here because Kevin Thompson seems to be in severe agony. He immediately signalled the treatment, but play continued. And this is a real worry. He's been writhing in agony.
Absolutely. Let's just see what happens here. Oh, he's gone back in on his knee. It looks like it's, I think, his left medial ligament. He certainly looked like he got himself a terrible angle there. His left knee collapsed underneath him, and that did not look good. And you always know how bad it is by the player's reaction on the deck. He was very, very unhappy. Well, Broadfoot did exactly what he wanted to do here. Just got a touch before Combe could get there. There certainly is contact.